apologize, I was wrong.
I like the engagement. I like things, what people are saying. I think that if you is 2021 as Dion said, and you kind of got to understand that social media is a part of things, and you got to understand that social media will be a part of the dating process. Yeah. For me personally, I have realized that WhatsApp is not a place to have certain conversations. Yeah. Especially if you know getting to date, if you know getting to know the person, and if you start have arguments. I can attest that it's easy to fall in the trap of WhatsApp because it is impersonal. There's no, you can't read my emotions. I could pretty much tell you how I feel as raw as I feel and not be bothered with the consequence. Yeah. Like the visceral reaction of seeing and hearing you respond to it. So for me, I call the people that I love, video chat them. I don't just WhatsApp. I would say that I need to do a better job of not arguing on WhatsApp because I am guilty of that, of kind of an argument starting on WhatsApp and you kind of sticking in on WhatsApp and you don't think to pick up the phone and just talk because you're angry and she angry and. But I feel as though we got to kind of understand what social media is. WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, all this place for content. We got to understand what it is for. And it is for distraction. It is for trivial things. It is not for basing your self worth on. It is not for finding insecurities in your partner. It is not for using it to hurt and to demean your partner without visceral consequences of seeing them being hurt and crying and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I just want people to understand what social media about. We got some comments here.
Yeah, Tanya is saying you can't control anybody. I know a man who works every day, the Lord saying, and never went out or spent a day with his woman and cheated with the woman next door to his workplace. So his social media doesn't stop a person. If it's gonna happen, it will happen. That guy is wow.
That goes back to the sickles that Dion was talking about.
Yeah, if it's gonna happen, guys. Yeah. So kind of social media. You just gotta really put yourself in a position where we talk about the abundance mindset, but that's another story for another time, probably for next week or something like that. Natalia says exactly, Neil. When you go looking, you got to be prepared for what you find, and chances are, once it's in your headspace, you will find it. Talia continues. So it's don't ask for them to cut out social media for me. Okay, I got that. Let me read that again. So it's a don't ask for them to cut out social media for me. If you can't trust them, then maybe you shouldn't be involved. And Blair says social media is a tool. Amen to all of those comments.
I don't know. I don't know if there's anything we can add really, because I feel like we can be going over. In terms of social media and social media versus relationships, and to the question you asked about if women or people in general are looking for validation, respect, or whatever. Yeah, I'm of the mindset, just like Blair said, social media is a tool. If you go hunting with bait, be prepared for what you catch. Find ways to validate yourself in all aspects. Don't look like things like social media. Like I literally see social media like Broad Street, like where Lord Nelson used to be. So imagine going out by Lord Nelson in a bikini or in a Speedo, and you in such a public forum just asking people, how do I look?
How I look?
Yeah. How I look? Do you like how I look? Am I attractive to you? You know? So we gotta be very careful with that because it influences your mind space, and you kind of get the dopamine hits, and you rely on it, and it could break you just as easily as it makes you. So I don't know if there's anything you want to add or talk about anymore. I mean,
yeah, I just want to reinforce we say every week, be the best version of you, and you wouldn't have to necessarily look for the validation on social media. Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with good friends that you know are going to. We're not talking about an echo chamber. I can tell you we want to hear, but not necessarily that. But people who got your best interests at heart, and people who can tell you, well, yeah, this is working, this is not working, this is good for you, this is not. and reinforce all the time those good things and positive stuff. Okay, let me see. Yeah, Blair is saying if she's so starved for validation, she has to touch social media. Something is wrong. Exactly. You know, find.
And let's sorry, Derek, not
Yeah,
to
go ahead,
cross you,
man.
but let's not get on the she, Let's not get on the she, because we always talk about women looking for validation and for attention, but men love some men, just like some women, love validation and attention too.
Agreed.
Let us not get into this is only a feminine thing, right?
Right.
So go ahead.
Yeah. As I was saying, don't get here echo chamber where you're only hearing the stuff that you want to hear, but you know, just surround yourself with good people. We have our own little forum outside of this. We got good people in that chat. Up to today, that shone through for me. It was clear that we had good guys in that chat.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, it wasn't always the softest way to hear stuff, but it was stuff
yeah,
that needed to be said, and
yeah.
it was all said with love. You know what I mean? So surround yourself with good people, and you will find that less and less you need the validation of some people that you don't know. And let's be real, guys. How many times do you scroll through Instagram and you just like it? You don't even really look. You just we,
Like,
we go through Instagram like this. It's
yeah,
short
dude.
form content. So we just go through click, 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 tap, tap. You don't even go double tap anymore. Hit your heart, bram, hit your heart. WhatsApp.
You don't really caption,
Yeah, you just
you
you just keep
don't
it tracking. And it takes
yeah.
nothing off some people to do that. So it's not really, it's just a dopamine hit, as we said earlier, but it's nothing substantial for you. So surround yourself with good friends, family, and that is where the validation is going to come from. And you'll find you need the social media less and less.
I just want to add, for me, I remember what you want to talk about there. I remember. Ha
Punch it in.
ha. Still got a little black hair.
Yeah, that's how it
Um,
is. Yeah.
so there was a comment made about this about sexualized. So we often hear about the patriarchal system and how women and society at large, by and large, have been socialized to see women and objectify women, and content is very sexualized, right? But for me, I find challenges like the silhouette challenge, Titty Tuesday, all these different challenges that there are. Yes, there's a Titty Tuesday.
Yes, there is.
Do not go looking for it if you do not want to be
No, stunned.
shocked. Yeah. But yeah, if you check right, a lot of people, a lot of women, a lot of men, a lot of people say that men are the problem in sexualizing women. But I find it interesting that a lot of these challenges come out of women. They come out of the camp of women. And I question why, and I know I know we talked earlier about empowerment and we talked about uplifting women. Women have issues with their body and they just want to feel sexy, etc., etc., etc. Or women just don't value themselves enough and want that validation. But it begs me to question if I literally have seen women say that men are the problem. Men are the ones that sexualize the content and have us thinking the way they do. But then they will post a picture of their cleavage. And it makes me wonder, okay, so on one hand, you are against sexualized content and you think that this content is what men want. We want to see women's hips, breasts, behind everything. But yet still you go there and you appease to that, even if it isn't a moment of self-empowerment. Like you have to know that that is also part of the problem too, where you are putting out content that is feeding into that machine, right? You're feeding into that sexualization of content. And if you again, if you got a banging body and you feeling yourself, or you work hard for your body, or well, in today's age you pay enough
You
for
pay
it.
for it.
I
Yeah.
have no problem in you showing if you're showing it off. But don't then come in another breath and say that, men. I, you talked a bit earlier about an artist, right? I actually remember the story of the Black Eyed Peas before they became the official Black Eyed Peas with Fergie, right?
Yeah.
There was a woman before then, a black
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
She was the woman in place for. She was the original Black Eyed Peas
Uh-huh.
woman, right? Beautiful voice, but you know they told this. I watched the documentary on it, and the reason why she was replaced with Fergie is because they told her, you know, that was around the time of the Fugees. So the Fugees were very, you know, urban. You know, women like Lauryn Hill
L'Oreal.
dressing in jeans and, you know, baggy clothes and hair plait up. And their record label wanted to go in a different direction, and they wanted her because she had a powerful, soulful voice. They wanted her to be a bit more risque in her appearance. They wanted her to wear shorter clothes, tighter clothes. She had a nice body, so they wanted to show it off. They said, no. If I am going to be validated for my art, if I am going to be applauded for my art, let it be for my art. Don't let it be that girl look real good. I get to sing too. Let it be, my God, she can sing full stop. To me, that is taking up a stance to the sexualization and the patriarchal system that a lot of people like to perpetuate and to put out there. Simple and plain. If you are against it, go ahead.
Yeah, but it goes back to what I asked a little earlier with the lady on OnlyFans. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Because that lady, because I remember watching that documentary as well, and she had fallen on hard times essentially because she couldn't pay the
Her
rent
career,
and stuff like that.
yeah.
You know, Fergie was
Well,
covered.
Fergie, yeah,
Fergie covered. So
and is covered, remains covered.
exactly. So you got to kind of decide. You know, does the end justify the means? Fergie took off her clothes and she was comfortable and she good. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but then
This other lady, she did it, and now she's struggling.
yeah, and the thing is, they asked her in the documentary if she had wished she complied with the record label. If she, you know, if she had done what the record label had asked her to do, if she would be in the same position as Fergie, if you know, if going back in time to do it, she said no.
Yeah, she
She
was
has no career. I
comfortable
mean,
with her
the woman has
decision.
made like she is times better than Fergie in terms of singing. Like it didn't even. I don't even think they're comparable. Um, and she definitely would have given them a much different sound than what they became. Um, but it is unfortunate because she had fallen on hard times. She can pay her rent, and her career didn't go anywhere. Even with being, and the thing is, she was with the Black Eyed Peas at a point where, you know, they weren't really the Black Eyed Peas. You
Yeah,
know,
they
they
ain't
hadn't
ready
hit
to.
off. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, man. I think we gotta be very careful with the rhetoric that we talk about. We talk about sexualization. And if you want to talk about sexualization and validation and empowerment, don't be on social media taking every challenge, men and women.
Yeah,
There it says be the best version of you, right? Is the best version of you doing a half naked challenge or showing off your pecs or your abs or whatever? Was what like what
especially as I said earlier, in these times when women are fighting to be acknowledged as equal, are fighting
Yep,
for
yep,
to be recognized as more than just you know breasts and hips.
yep. Because
So
yep.
do you want to keep going back to that because
Yeah.
that's what it comes over as. That's how men see it. That's how we view it. Is going to be a case of if you want to impress me with your brand, if that's who you want to impress me with your brand.
Yeah.
But don't tell me what a breast too. You know, if we looking at equality and we looking at empowerment, right? That's what we're really looking at. Let's be consistent with that.
Yeah, because it's not. I don't see it as. I am so desensitized to half naked women on Instagram, right? Like in certain group chats, people put up that content, and I don't even click on it when I can see the thumbnail. I like, all right, I know what that is, and I'm not impressed by it anymore because I will never meet you. I will never sleep with you. We will never get together. What was this content doing for me? Right? Was this
It's eye
content?
candy,
And
man.
if you
Eye
want to,
candy.
but if you want to empower yourself, if you want to empower yourself, show me more than your body. Yeah, because right now everybody got a banging body. It ain't hard to get a banging body in these
Yeah.
times. Whether you're plus size, whether you're petite, whether you're in between, it ain't hard, especially with the clothing that is out there, to look banging. Even men, shoot, you know, clothes are getting a bit tailored and fitted and stuff like that. You can look really nice being 120 pounds as a man, about 5'6", just how you dress.
All
So,
right. Hold tight, hold tight. We got some comments coming in here now. All right. Tanya is saying, but a human is not only their art, their job. A human is a body too. Maybe people are comfortable with being. Let me don't lose that. Comfortable being admired or acknowledging the entire person, because everybody who exposes themselves doesn't look great. Very true. Some are showing they are accepting themselves as they are. Body positivity. I got a friend who would say that anytime you put positivity after something is to kind of excuse some of the stuff that's going before it. Carrie Ann is saying, stop asking for equality and pay attention to equity. Men and women are not meant to be equal but compatible based on equitable empowerment. Ooh, Carrie Ann, preaching up here tonight.
I think she said that to see my reaction, because we talk about equity versus equality in men and women so often. People don't really want equality. People want, or they should want, equity and not equality. But that's a conversation for another thing. Continue, Derek.
Yeah, Anastasia is saying COVID coma is real, not just professionally, but otherwise. People got creative in all the wrong ways, being locked down, not being noticed. Not being noticed. Where am I? And it showed TikTok went wild. Celebrities started OnlyFans, even celebrities that you would never thought would crave attention. I think people, women and men, especially now, seem to need constant validation, and it leans on the mental state with being locked down. The men version of the silhouette challenge was far more shocking, with all their tools at the door.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't come across many male versions of the silhouette challenge. Praise God.
I see Blair is saying sex needs to become the cherry on top and not the whole cake. Amen. We need to get away. I mean, sex is easy and sex is lovely. I love sex. We all love sex. Sex is amazing. Yeah. But
Amen.
let us stop basing our interactions, our initial interactions with that, because sex is easy, people, and there's several consequences from sex that ain't so easy to get out of. So yeah, you may say, this woman look good, boy. I really want to do a thing. You do a thing and she becomes pregnant. And then you realize that you got a jackass for a child mother.
Yeah.
And that,
Stop I know 18 at least.
I know a buddy of mine, good friend of mine, the man got a child mother that is a goat and a half. The woman is the epitome of evil. To the point where he used to tell me stories that I was like, they're making up things now. Like, you just, nah. I need to hear her side of the story. And I saw it for myself, live and in person. And sex is easy here, people. I know it hard. But anyhow. Derek boy, I think having too much fun. Yeah. I don't know what else we could add. I don't know. Right now we at what? We at an hour and 36 minutes. We went over the 10 o'clock. Maybe we could go to 10:30, but I don't know if you want to wrap up. To me, I am pretty comfortable with where things are.
Pretty comfortable. Just kind of looking into next week and what we can tackle. There's so many things.
You get him a little free poll.
I wondered if you should put up a poll, because I kind of want to talk a little bit about open marriage. Entanglements. How feasible / realistic that is. I also really want to talk about divorce too. Maybe you could put the two of them together next week. Open marriage, entanglements, divorce.
In various stages of relationships.
Yeah, maybe we could do that next week. Considering my guy Dr. Dre, all he's been going through.
Oh my goodness!
I really want to touch us on Dr. Dre. Yeah, I really want to touch us on Dr. Dre. I also thinking about touching us on Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie's got a girlfriend that's younger than we are.
That is almost, that's younger than almost to our
Everybody
children's age.
in chat. And Lionel Richie, I do not remember as a teenager. So I always like of Lionel Richie. He was a grown man.
Grown hard back.
A grown hard back man, as you saying, bro.
His girlfriend is what, 30?
30.
29 or something like that?
30. He's 30 years old. So that's something really to talk about too.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of wrapping up hypergamy and male and female value all in one. But I think we could do a divorce next week. Divorce, open marriage.
Natalia said, boy, I got divorced down pat. Oh, Lord, Natalia.
Okay, all right, we got to vote for divorce already. So I think we could talk about yeah, we could be on rap. Yeah, his daughters, two. He has two daughters. You think are older than his girlfriend. So yeah, we can look at open marriage / entanglements and and divorce. It should be it should be interesting.
I actually look forward to your questions because I just be like, bomb about to drop. Anyhow, people, I think we've taken up enough of your time. We want to thank everybody for tuning in, for watching, for commenting, for sharing, for liking. We're the Senate podcast. For those of you that don't know, we are talking as two young men with various experiences as men and as men in 2021 and as men that have had previous relationships and we have children. So we just spitball and letting people know who we are and what we are from our perspective, our experience. We're not gurus. We are not, pundits. We are just two men with a lot of experience, good and bad. And signing off, I can let my man Derek do it because he has a saying that I love and I think we should close every show with.
Be the best version of you.
Amen. Thanks everybody for watching and until next week.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.
I was wrong.